Hello and welcome to this new episode of Open Book Entrepreneur. Today we have Craig. He's at the moment in Mexico, but actually originally from the States, and he's got a very interesting story. He's been running different businesses over the years and now helping people really make these quantum leaps or quantum jumps into new reality, new business style. So, Craig, please introduce yourself and your business to our audience.
Yes, how you doing? Thank you, Tony, for the opportunity. My name is Craig Sotkovsky. I'm a 9/11 respondent to the World Trade Center, and I have a message to humanity. And my message is simply you don't have time. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, execute on those ideas. I almost passed multiple times during this cancer journey, and I realized on the other side of it now, I get to speak because I have a voice. And I encourage people to use their voice because as we're not using our voice, things get messed up, man. And as I've been on this journey, I realized that nobody laughs or cries in a different language. And I understand that life is hard and it's unfair. And we have to bring ourselves to a new level of understanding of who we are. I believe we're light seeking a human experience. So why are we going to waste this beautiful experience by holding each other back because of whatever somebody's opinion is of somebody else's life?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I agree with that. So, can you tell us a little bit more about your sort of current business that you're running?
Yeah, so I started a company called From This Point Forward. And it's all about from this point forward, if you're seeing me or hearing me, I have to leave you better than where I have found you. And I hope you find yourself better than when you started before we even had a conversation. See, I believe it's like global awareness, man. We all become beacons of hope and love when we've gone through every catastrophic event, every health challenge, every bad relationship, and we look in the mirror and realize that we're the ones that are responsible for our healing, not what anybody has done to us. So I'm on this quest to find out, who is behind me and who isn't. And who isn't, they get walked away, man. You have to mentally walk away from emotional attachments to bad stories.
Absolutely. And what's like one of the benefits for someone to actually work with you?
You become at peace. See, the thing is, it's like I can interview 100 people and only coach one or consult with one company because I realize that I give away everything for free
Yeah.
because 99% of the world isn't going to do anything with it anyway. People want to feel good, but they're not emotionally invested into their lives. They're emotionally invested into other people's lives. And it's a sad thing when you don't have a vested interest in what you're doing, but you're trying to do something based off of what somebody's going to say about you. So why not do whatever you want?
Totally, yeah. I mean, people don't take action. A lot of people don't take action. That's a big problem, actually. Or they take wrong action, or they don't really focus on the things that bring them the results. For example, I have a friend of mine. She is basically selling courses, and she says like so many people buy courses, and they never even open it. Like they pay like $500, whatever the amount. And they never open it because
Yeah.
they just leave it to sit there, and they don't take any action. But she's actually providing some unbelievable information, and if they apply this, in trainings, if they apply this, it would help most of these businesses and most of these people. So it's
Everybody's selling something.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
what happens in this world is people sell their souls and they
Mm.
don't understand the difference between currency and money. See, right now, what we're doing, we're communicating. That's money. That's a store of value. That's energy, right?
Hmm.
What other people around the world are chasing 24 hours a day is called currency. That stuff ebbs and flows out of accounts. And the reason why it's the greatest theft on planet Earth right now is because humanity is a little bit ignorant and stupid. You know, it's always about look over here, and it's really you should be looking over here because, like behind me, right? I have pyramids, and I have all of these tchotchkes that remind me and give me recalls. I want to know about the pyramids. I want to know, were they giant beacons? Were they energy? Free energy, and we've just taxed everything. I wrote a book called "Everybody Pays a Vig," one man's
Yeah.
entrepreneurial journey.
I mean, funny enough, like for example, Nikola Tesla, yeah, the scientist, he was born not far away from where I was born, and basically this guy he discovered like free energy, completely free energy, like what over 100 years ago, and then someone decided, oh, but we have to charge, people for this, and then they put the cables everywhere and stuff, and now everyone is paying for something that should be free.
It's everywhere, man. It's everywhere. And this is
Unbelievable.
what I love. This is what I love talking about because it's everywhere. So there's something called the quantum field.
Yeah.
It's everywhere as well. And what I do is I help people tap into the quantum field and get rid of all of this crazy information. So we can actually talk to each other without even speaking.
Mhm.
And once people understand how radically uncomfortable you need to be to change your life, I wish you just that uncomfortableness so you change your world.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, the thing is basically a lot of times people even don't realize, a lot of people don't realize, but when before like a big change, it usually things start to crash. And then the
Yes.
change happens, and then people are like, oh yeah, but like why do I have to go through that? So usually in order to build the new world we have to actually destroy the old one. If we want to
Yeah.
build completely new world, not building on the top of the other one, so we have layers that we have to heal later on. So what's your opinion on that?
I believe you're 100% correct. I look at my life now, and had it been 5 years before, the crash that I see all around me and it's complete chaos, I'm sitting here like this because it's not my first rodeo, right? I don't have cancer, and I'm building up my net wealth. I have that ability because I woke up this morning. Yes, I woke up in pain. I wake up in pain every morning. But this stifles the pain because I'm driven to get my message out. And my message to humanity is simple in its complexity. Wake up. It's time to wake up.
Why?
Because people right now around the world, because of the internet, anxious, depressed, right? A lot of people are unaliving themselves. A lot of people don't have faith in themselves because somebody told them 20 years ago that they weren't a good person. So my message is to wake up. I don't care if you're white, black, brown, orange, green, yellow. Wake up. We're all brothers and sisters. We're all here to learn and grow. And then when we're done, on to the next. I mean, there's so much noise out there. And people just don't want to become themselves. And when they become themselves, they have a vested interest in that heart and brain coherence, man.
Totally. As Joe Dispenza said as well, brain and heart coherence. Yeah, definitely. So like, when did you start your journey in meditation?
When I was a kid, actually,
Hmm.
I found out I found out that one side of my family came on the original boats or something, and then they hooked up with the Indians, and they're called my whole life, right? They're called the Swamp Yankees.
Mhm.
When I found out that like some of my family was Indian when I was a little kid, it was like I was reborn, man. And I followed like I was the kid that always wore the little crazy necklaces and stuff, right? My father used to look at me and be like, "What's wrong with you?" I don't know. Ever since an early age, man, I had this incredible passion to just be passionate, and got me in trouble most of my life.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Fantastic. So if someone wants to actually connect to you, find out a little bit more about what you do and stuff, how they can do that?
CraigSotkovsky.com. It's CraigSotkovsky.com.
Sure,
And
I can.
I give everybody 15 minutes, man.
Yeah, wonderful. So I can definitely leave this link in the description of this episode. And on top of that, like before we go, if there is any final word of advice that you want to share with our audience, anything I didn't ask you or something like that, you can share it now.
I appreciate it. I would say you have to separate your emotions from the story that's holding you back in this world, regardless of what the story is. I mean, I've listened to the most horrific stories, and my story is pretty ridiculous as well. But we have to separate the emotions from it. And when you can do that, you will freely heal. Now, that being said, a healing journey is an ongoing conversation with yourself. People think there's a magic button. It's called work. You got to separate yourself from your dark side. You have to literally sit in your dark. This is a temple for a reason. This is the only real estate we can own is our thoughts. Everything else is taxed. So why not become the house and win, man? This is why it's
cool. Excellent. Thank you so much for being a guest today, and thank you all for watching and listening to this episode. If you like it, drop us a like, subscribe. Also, if you have any questions for Craig or me, you can ask in the description of this video. I'm sure Craig and I will be really happy to actually reply to that. So again, see you all in the next episode. All the best and bye bye.